like you to talk about positive intelligence.
The victim or the judge or the hypervigilant, the pleaser. I mean, when you name some of these saboteurs, most of us can say, oh, that sounds like,
absolutely,
right? Something I do.
The people pleaser too. Because I heard,
that's mine. That's my top one.
Well, that's why I'm bringing it up, because I used to be one. Sorry, not anymore. But so those saboteurs, they're voices in our head, and the whole point is that we hijack ourselves when these saboteurs, when we allow them to get away. So
exactly.
I know you're all about self-care, so your intro told me. So how do we work on that to get? Is it possible to work on these saboteurs? Tell us how.
So there are probably 3 ways that we kind of look to rein them in. How do we bring ourselves back to center when we're hijacked? And the first is to figure out ways to weaken them, to not, and it's the mechanism, it's the PQ reps. And this is where, just like you go to a gym and you do reps to, to strengthen your body, that's why we call this mental fitness. And the PQ reps are ways that you can either in the moment, in a difficult moment, or before, if you've got a difficult conversation coming up or a talk to give or whatever, you can do it beforehand, and you can reflect, because your brain doesn't necessarily doesn't understand time. So you can reflect on a past situation where you're aware that you blew up, or, the saboteurs, hijacked you. And you do what are called PQ reps. And basically what that is, and it's one of the reasons why this has just so captured me, is that it's to get you out of your head and into your body. You either do tactile ones. This is tapping. You tap your fingers, very simple. You can do visual reps. You can stare at something, stare at your hand and notice just the lines on there, the textures, the shadows, the light and dark. You can do auditory PQ reps. You can just sit quietly and listen for what's the farthest away sound, what's the nearest sound. There's a bunch of ways that you can, in the moment, tapping like crazy. If